He wants the White House, he wants the executive branch to be making determinations of who lives and who dies, which will lead to the regulation of every lifestyle or life in this country.
Well, welcome back to The Big Picture. I'm Tamron Hall.
And I'm David Shuster. That was Rush Limbaugh just a short time ago in a screed in which he also talked about Sarah Palin being right about the so-called death panel that other Republicans, including Palin, have claimed is part of the president's plan to overhaul health care. And, of course, it's not in any of the bills. Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, though, is going back to standing by some of her claims that the Democratic plan will deny care to sick people. Here's what she has written now on her Facebook page. Quote, President Obama can try to gloss over the effects of government-authorized end-of-life consultations, but the views of one of his top health care advisors are clear enough. It's all just more evidence that the Democratic legislative proposals will lead to health care rationing and more evidence that the top-down plans of government bureaucrats will never result in real health care reform. But not all Republicans agree with that description. Senator Lisa Murkowski from Palin's home state of Alaska, who's also a Republican, says making up things about the health care bill will not help anyone.
It does us no good to incite fear in people by saying that, you know, there's these end-of-life provisions, these death panels. I'm so, quite honestly, I'm so offended at that terminology because it absolutely isn't.
A lot of people argue the White House has been put on the defensive by all of this because they're having to explain what is not in the bill as opposed to what is in the bill. The president even addressed these so-called death panels and the allegations in his town hall on Tuesday.
The rumor that's been circulating a lot lately is this idea that somehow the House of Representatives voted for death panels that will basically pull the plug on Grandma because we've decided that it's too expensive to let her live anymore. I am not in favor of that.
So what is in the bill? Well, here's what Section 1233 says about what Medicare would pay for under the proposal. It would pay for an explanation by the practitioner of advanced directives, including living wills and durable powers of attorney. The section goes on to say an explanation by the practitioner of the continuum of end-of-life services and supports available, including palliative care and hospice. It does not say that the person in listening to that advice has to listen to any of it or follow any of it. Ken Vogel's a senior editor for Politico. Ken, it would seem clear enough if you look at this part of the legislation. I think most people would, if they looked at it rationally, would agree, okay, if Medicare wants to pay for me to have a consultation with my doctor or for my grandmother to have a consultation and she can still choose whatever advice she wants, great, because then we don't have to pay for it. How did it get turned into this argument over death panels?